This is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and welcome to today's Monday edition of the Pitstop, where you, the mighty pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. How you doing? Happy Monday to you. So here we are on a Monday. It is, the 4th of July is now behind us. This weekend was the first weekend in my memory. You know, I don't have much short-term memory anymore. My memory, this is the first weekend in ages where real-life racing was bigger than sim racing. What do you think? What do you think? You had all sorts of great racing going on. Saturday was like all-day racing between IMSA and Sunday as well with NASCAR. And, well, you had NASCAR on Saturday. And so you had so much. And then Formula One. Formula One. I'm not going to go into real-life racing because this is a sim racing show. But I am just going to say Lando Norris, McLaren. You know, did Lando just stay super sharp this off-season with all the sim racing? Why is McLaren on the podium? Well, yeah, if you Formula One, that's a great question because the answer is terrific. So many reasons why McLaren's on the podium. But more importantly, congratulations to my favorite real-life driver has become, I think, Lando Norris. A combination of the fact that he races in Formula One and that he's a sim racer, and he's Lando Norris. So there's a certain humble awesomeness to Lando Norris. Yes. I think it is part to iRacing. I think that Lando, McLaren even made an announcement that how much he'd improved in their simulators this off-season, so to speak. Fernando's going to be mad. Congratulations to Lando. I'm not going to talk anymore. It was a really exciting race. There was all sorts of shenanigans. 30 viewers. Theodore, I don't know. Things have been a little slow, or slowing down, it seems. I think that what might happen is that we've had a big jump in audience across the board with everything going on, and I think we're starting to see a slowdown on that to an extent. Charles is better than Lando? Perhaps, but Lando's like the modern Earnhardt Jr. ambassador of sim racing. Yeah. Lewis seems to have lost his spatial awareness. I think sim racing helps immensely with that. Play grid. Hey, Izzy, how you doing? Pelican, it is officially summer. I am now in shorts by like 9 a.m. Is that a new chair? No. This is my good old Rseat. Tried and true. Been sitting in this seat for, 2.5, 3 years at this point. 2 years. 2.5. Latest grid lacks a sense of speed. David asks exactly. Just living a dream and like grateful and appreciative to being there. Rseat, they're naming. I know. It says Rseat. It does indeed. All right. I am super tired. We do not have a lot of news today, and again, I think this is the same as Friday, where we had a holiday weekend here in the States. So with the holiday weekend, people went on vacation Friday, and today things are really slow. I'm sure we'll see a pickup towards the middle of the week. Thank you, Elvis Lad. Thank you very much. So yeah, a slow news day to be expected. And I was explaining to the guys on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, again, you might want to check us out, SimPit Live on Twitch as well. We do a little pre-game show, a little post-show. We're real honest and have very hardcore conversation at times. Anyway, I haven't slept since Friday, essentially. And I was going on and on and on and on about it, big rant style, on Twitch. But I haven't slept. I'm very tired. So it's probably a good thing that there's a short news day, because I can tell you my wires are all crossed right now. So who knows what'll come out of my mouth. The longer I'm on, the more dangerous I'll get. But anyway, yes, basically 4th of July started in my town Friday afternoon and went through this morning. And I say this morning, 3 in the morning, there were still gigantic explosions going on. And my neighborhood was Beirut for the last 4 nights, essentially. And my dog has made it impossible for me to sleep. I know, Joe, I'm usually so grounded. I don't get it. Thunder, yeah, that's a great topic. I don't know. I mean, this whole paying for early access thing they're doing. If we pay for it, they can do it, right? That's the bottom line. You can't argue with that. But man, I don't need the gold edition. But now I have to be late on the game for NASCAR Heat. Yeah. Well, anyone doing a review got it early, right? I mean, it's not out until tomorrow, I believe. In the case of that one. And I have that on order. I didn't buy the gold edition of anything. You have a month off? No, Devin, I don't think it's worth it. It's just kind of a sucky way. But I guess that's fair. I mean, I guess fair is fair. Just pulled in for a splash of gas. All right, yeah. And any more on that? Because I could mini rant all day long. Billy got the titanium edition of Heat just to get it yesterday. Haven't worked much since March. I think that Elvis is a big part of why there was such a freak out this weekend. People were going off in a way I've never heard. I lived in this area for a long time, and I have never, ever, ever heard it the way it was this weekend. And I think it was just that a lot of people really needed to blow off some steam. and understandably. I agree, Matt. If people are willing to pay, you can't blame them. It's just, I guess here's where I'm coming from. I look at a gold edition as being like with release DLC, essentially. I love the idea of paying for extra stuff, DLC, that's great. But I don't necessarily just like the early access being what I'm supposed to pay more for. But if you're a huge lover of a game, I guess that's the thing. I'm not a huge lover of Heat. So to me, it's an absurdity to pay to get it early. But if, what was that West Brothers sim way back in the day? I can't remember. Somebody will remember what it was called. The West Brothers sim. I would have paid money. I wanted that sim so badly that I would pay money to get early access. So I can't say anything too negative about it. Yeah. F1's the same way. Yep, exactly. All that Ferrari, Schumacher. Well, not Ferrari. All the Schumacher stuff. Racing Legends, Tim Ayers. Tim Ayers, do you have a SimPit sticker? Would you like a SimPit sticker? I love when people have my back on obscure sim racing knowledge and wisdom. Tim Ayers with my back. Racing Legends. West Racing. Tofi with the link. Tofi, I think you have a sticker. If you don't, geez, hit me up. Tim Ayers, if you email me, Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com, I will gladly send you a SimPit sticker. Mike, F1 Schumacher bundle this year was a cool idea. Exactly. I think that is a beautiful example or reasoning justification for Well, now you know how I treat my audience, Tim Ayers. You guys always, I give away stickers all the time when people make me laugh or have my back. I love our community, so I do that all the time as much as I can, just to keep it going. Anyway, yeah, I think it's awesome when you get a bundle of Schumacher content. If you don't care about Schumacher, then it's a no-brainer. You're not going to buy the content. You're not going to feel like you're missing out on anything. And if you love Schumi, which so many people do, well, then by all means you're going to buy the content because, you know, it's exactly built for you, so to speak. I could see them doing a Senna content pack of DLC, and same thing in 3 months. I don't know if they're doing such a thing, but wouldn't it be great? You do a Senna pack, same kind of thing. It's like, hey, we give you these 3-4 elements from his history that you can do, and, you know, even cooler if they include some challenges and things like that, you know, and then charge for it. And then Schumi Senna fans are going to go nuts for it, and those who don't care or don't know won't feel like they're missing out on much. Or maybe because of that new content, it'll educate them on something that they didn't know. A Santa pack? Seriously, Marco, seriously, what if it was at Earnhardt's edition and you had both the senior and junior pack, you know? Senna versus Prost, there you go. Shaun Cole pack for Wreckfest, where you just lose your mind entirely. Yeah, stop giving him ideas to make us pay more. It'd be worth paying more. That's my point. JX, I don't think so, but I don't know their exact refund policy. Well, and that's one of the things that makes GT Sports so special. One of the reasons I'm so excited about GT7 is what they've done for a history of their company when it comes to that, Theodore. DLC for free, endless updates. I mean, they give you new modes 3 years into a game. The Cole Frenzy pack. Daniel Anderson. These are the Sennheiser X360s or X1 or something like that. I got these from Mass Drop, and they get their own variations of certain. It says, oh, PC37X, aka the game one. Thank you, Devin. Baba Boothie. And I got these at Mass Drop. And do I like them? Yes, I love them. It's more than like. They are not expensive, in my opinion, for what they are. I prefer plug-in, old school, you know, microphone, green and pink jack, you know, setup. And that's the way they are. I don't like USB headphones. It has an incredibly good microphone. And they're not super duper loud. If you wanted the loudest headphones on earth, go buy a powered set of headphones. These are non-powered, so they're a little limited, but they are plenty loud enough. The other is the comfort. They're super duper comfort. I can turn Devin down. You know, we change. It is so impossible changing what you do on your streams every day. I can bring Devin down though. I have you on here. I'll turn Devin down a little bit for your comfort. If I can figure out how to do it. There we go. 4 times. I'm just going to turn him down that much, though. All right. We haven't even gotten to the news. That's okay. I'm glad you asked about the headphones, though. That's great conversation for the show. Anybody ever has inputs. If somebody asks a question about something and you think there's a better option, you know, please help us all out. Everyone help each other. Is Devin being censored? No. Devin's got an open mic. He can do what he wants. Yeah, Eric, GT Sport, GT, all the games. They are the best. You know, we all know Shaun Cole is a iRacing fanboy, right? That's no secret or mystery. But honestly, the best sim company, the best sim ever made to this day is Gran Turismo. I'm not even for a minute gonna entertain other options. In so many different ways. Wouldn't that be great, Brad, if GT7 would go to PC? Wouldn't that be great? You can always use a headphone amp. They get right to the level I need. Any louder, I'd be doing damage. I just like loud, so sometimes I like to go louder than I should. Ah, Sony just bought. That's probably a part of the move of the PS5, I'm assuming, Theodore. Sony buying up other companies. Headphone amps are not expensive. It's okay, but I'm fine. These do not distort. If I go to full volume, they do not distort for me. Yeah, I'm just on onboard sound, so I can't even get more out of them than, like Joa said, if I had a proper sound card. Yeah, I think these are only like $149, and I would say they sound like $300 headphones. What is the best rally racing sim? Oh, Straight Tail. Now, talk about drop a bomb. Richard Burns Rally with the whatchamacallit mod would be my personal pick, but I haven't played it in so long, it's very dated. And then I would assume you have to immediately say Dirt Rally. But Heiko, you here? Devin, what's the best rally sim? All right. Astro 810s. I've used those. Those were good headphones. I didn't have a problem with those. They aren't as nice as these Sennheisers for me, though. There's a quality of sound in these that made me aware of what quality of sound was that I'd never experienced. But I've never made headphones a big deal until Joa. Joa made me throw out a pair of... I was using, I think, some powered Thrustmasters that were fine. Cheapo, fine headphones. And he said, you have to throw those away. And he sent me a pair of Sennheiser. And I used those for like a year until I broke them, at which point I replaced them with Sennheisers because I had learned. Thank you, Joa. All right. Yeah, you guys are, I can't keep up with chat. That's my favorite show in the world, you guys, is when I can't even keep up with the chat. F the news. We don't need news. We got great sim racing conversation going on. GT7 on PC would kill Project Cars 3 before release. Yes and no. Yes, it would be a big, huge impact. But Project Cars has a big enough following that cannot be stopped at this point, So I think they do fine even amongst great competition. Oh, David S., what did I say about Turismo? What did I say? That it's the best? I'm off your Christmas card list for that? I mean, for me, GT7 on the PC means triple screens. It means proper wheel support. Even if we didn't get anything else, just that alone. And then playing on my rig. Let's face it, if you're a sim racer, your PS4 is probably in the living room. Maybe you have a wheel on a stand that you pull out, maybe not. And then for me, I bring my Xbox in here and play it, but then I'm around all of this to play it on that little screen in the middle, which seems even weirdest. RBR, Richard Burns Rally. Thank you, DR 2.0. Oh, wait, no. What's the mod? Richard Burns Rally. What's the super mod? Devin? Anyone? I don't think it's CMR. Is it CMR? Alright. Alright. Yeah, I did enjoy the Astra headphones. It's been years since I tried a pair, but yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Heiko, RBR. Booth is still super loud. Alright, we'll make another adjustment. You must have changed your audio, Devin. Or you were quiet the other day and we had to double your volume. Maybe that's what it was. Now you're literally quiet to me. Richard Burns rally. Yep, WRC looking like a contender. Devin is muted on YouTube. Let me check on that, you guys. That we can't have that. Can't have that. Windows audio. Talk, Devin? Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, I know what happened. Windows just did... Alright, talk again? No, it's not grabbing that. Why did... Windows update. There was a recent Windows update, right? Oh, this should do it. There we go. This should do it. Devin?
Yeah, the big update happened. The really, really big one.
Okay. So that means upstairs. I'm not sure who's complaining about Devin's audio. All right, we got Devin on YouTube. I know that. Thank you. The other guy is Devin, Elvis. All right. All right, well, we fix those things. Thanks, you guys. You always have my back. If Xbox added your Steam library to their Xbox, would you buy one? Yes. I'm going to buy a new Xbox and a new PlayStation. Heiko, 6 years later, yes, yes. That's why someone was asking if you were censored. Now I get it. I was just slow. Told you I've cross-wired. No sleep. 3 days. Devin is a Twitch exclusive. I love it, Scott. Wow, I'm so far behind. All right, Devin, is there anything I missed that is important?
Nope, onto the Twitter for iRacing.
Okay, all right. I was thinking, never mind, I'm not thinking. On with the news. I did take down the thumbnail. Yep, we see it. All right, you guys are with me. Red Bull Racing, race day at Nürburgring. So this is in the Porsche Tag Heuer ESport Super Cup race. And then the next post, and this is so weird because there's no other posts about it. But I did go find the video. So I'm a little confused as to what went on Saturday with the Porsche Tag Heuer ESport Super Cup race. Postponed. I don't get it. But then I go over here, and here they are. And Nürburgring,
especially when you consider
race week number 5, streamed on July 4th. So apparently it did happen later. Right, I don't know what the delay or problem was.
It appears to be close enough.
And here's the next thing I'm going to say. I'm seeing this across the board. It doesn't matter. I'm pointing a finger at every Sims media company right now. So if you're going to promote the race, and I know it's spoiler alert, but you also have to congratulate the winners. And I'd like to actually see standings as well. Because not all of us are going to go watch the video. But I go to your Twitter page, and I'm subjected to 37 posts before the race telling me about it from 19 different teams. Oh, Nürburg. Oh, Red Bull. Nürburg. Oh, so-and-so. Nürburg. Here's the video. Nürburg. All right, well, tell me what happened. So... Anyway, there you go. BMW also had their racing thing, gearing up for the 4th round of the BMW Sim 120 Cup at Spa-Francorchamps. And there's images of them racing the BMWs, somebody trying to calculate the podium with all the penalties. Yeah, that's the Formula 1. Posting about Lando, but that's not what we're here for. BMW passed 1 hour mark in the BMW Sim at Spa. And number 1 Williams ESport car with Las Bach 2 at the wheel is in the lead. Commentary or just car? Yeah, I understand. I understand that, Billy. I do understand that. They need a method for spoiler alert, like results, but it goes to another page, and so you don't actually see the results. But half of us do tune in to Twitter feeds for the news, and when you don't give me the news, eventually you have to give us the news, right? Eventually, at some point enough time's gone by that post the news. BMW, Williams still leading, 45 minutes left. And then the winning move. This was a dramatic BMW Sim Cup at Spa. See you there. In September when the season resumes at Road Atlanta. So, looks like they're off for a little while. This was the winning move here. That was what put them in the lead. And it sounds like they're out in front for a while after that. We did that, Brian. That was my very, very opening topic of the day. Was how much I'm a huge Lando Norris fan, and the thought that Lando and McLaren are on the podium is just insanity and awesome. Awesome. Peyton, that is one of my biggest gripes of iRacing, is how much they do not reward the concept of race winning and results. Yeah, we literally are on our first page of news. It was basically 20 minutes of conversation. I was going to say rant, but it was a lot more conversation than rant, in my opinion. Cup of Nations, who will qualify? Single best score of each driver is counted, so everything can change. In the final qualifying session today, we were talking about the Race of Nations. That went on this weekend with, look at that, Australia leading the way. And then more counties. A top 25 score could make the team tonight. Drivers close to qualifying or missing out in the list of guys. Oh, a little red, green on the bubble, so to speak, of that going on. And that's all we know. Yeah, not bad, huh? Huh, Dave? VRC Pro. Yeah, it is. I played that years ago. A lot of our guys have played it recently. VRC Pro is pretty badass. It's a really fun sim. I'm not going to say game. It's all sim. All right, moving along. Assetto Corsa. Not much to talk about here. Like I said, we don't have a lot of news. It's a good thing I went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. A little reminder that if any of you are encountering issues, please report them directly to our internal team so our developers can investigate. We cannot offer one-on-one support here on our Twitter channel. Thanks, everyone. Take care. So apparently there are some issues. I'm assuming, is that Xbox PS4 related, or there become new issues with Competizione that I'm unaware of? The real race is back for round 3. The Lamborghini ESport competition. So this is a cool competition that's going on in the background. Here, so this is the Lamborghini. The real race, more than a game. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I have two friends, two guys that I do know in the sim racing world, one of which I've met in real life and one I've just known for 20 years. The real race, more than a game. The racing competition where the real and virtual worlds collide. Lamborghini invites you to drive in the real race, a global esport competition open to Assetto Corsa Competizione players of all levels. Compete in one of 5 qualifier events, and you could head to the live finals in St. Agata, Bolognese in Italy, the Lamborghini headquarters. Oh, I'm probably supposed to know how to say that city since it's Lamborghini headquarters. Anyway, race for people that have a chance to win once in a lifetime real world Lamborghini racing and lifestyle experience. The reason I'm mentioning it, by the way, is because they just had another round and 2 more people made it into the final qualifier. One of which being Camille Polwowski. Oh, it's a different Camille. I thought it was... never mind. I don't know him. Crisscrossed wires. Sorry. Here's Shaun's brain today. And then the other was Kamerer was the other qualifier. Nils Najux is the manager of the Logitech G2 sim racing team. And he is a long-time sim racer. He qualified into this as well. Somebody I'm talking about interviewing on the show coming up soon. As both a alien-level sim racer, on top of that, also the manager of one of the most powerful or best sim racing teams on Earth. That's it. Yep, that's it. We already talked about that. Project Cars, little news from them. The team is incredibly delighted to see Don Jowen excited for Project Cars 3. But he is already plotting a crazy stunt. Who's Don Jowen? Gamer? I don't know. So, anyway, he's excited. They're excited. He's excited. And then they also posted this on Friday. Did we talk about that on Friday? So what's new and improved in the hands and feel, get inside the game with game. Yeah, we talked about that already. All right, that's it. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Project Cars. You can pre-order Project Cars. August 28th delivery. Looks like CD Keys is already selling it for $44.09. Which, that's like 30% off, isn't it? No, like 20% off. That's a pretty good deal. Is CD Keys, that's all legit, right? Anyone?
Yeah, they're legit. Yep,
They're
yep,
legit?
yep.
How can they
The
be
one
selling?
thing-
How the hell
Anybody
can they...
that buys off here, buy the protection plan. Occasionally, they resell keys. So they buy them at a discounted rate in a bundle, and then they resell them, and occasionally those keys will get used by two people, or Steam will they'll take that key back so you can't use it. So always buy the protection plan so you get your money back, but they are valued.
I mean, if I have to buy Project Cars 3, is this how I should buy it?
It might be a good idea, actually.
Well, I mean, that's really cheap for a release date title. And those keys will be... Yeah, I bought Heat and 2020 from Steam and paid full fare. F that. Yes, it is made by... Well, okay, so made by Codemasters. That's a debatable... I don't know if we can say yes. So, Codemasters acquired the Slightly Mad team and assets, from what I've been told. Meaning that the team is still intact and the team is still who's behind Project Cars 3. Now, that team is now owned by somebody else, and I'm sure that when you're owned, you can be told what to do. So to say that they're free and clear, which is what they've implied, that's never the case, right? But how much of a change or influence it'll be is to be seen. Stan Donnet, who's our co-captain. Are you captain or co-captain, Stan, of the SimPit Endurance team? If you are part of the SimPit Endurance team, can you please, and this is pointed at me as well. I didn't know we had changed the schedule. There's been a change to the schedule. Everyone just go double check the schedule, make sure that your time slots still work for you. I need to do that as well. I'll do that after the show. Alan Can asks, hello everyone. Is it better to drive with 2 feet? Alan, my answer to that is not always. Yes, obvious. Yes, it is always better to drive with 2 feet. Always. However, if in NASCAR, oval racing, I have a tendency to get on the brake before I've gotten off the gas. And in some circumstances, that is very bad in oval racing. In road racing, it's pretty typical and normal. So that's my answer there. The other is if you are shifting and heel towing, you obviously need 2 feet. When I drive a real life race car that's a clutch and a manual shift, I do a hybrid where I will heel tow at times, and then I will actually switch back to left foot braking at times as well. So I actually switch disciplines mid-drive, mid-lap. Buy in Steam and refund after you're disappointed. If you, so that, they don't check, but could you, if you were like a reviewer and you just had this knack for being able to get all the content you needed inside of their time requirement and return the game, but then put out a review that got 100,000 views, isn't there a line of decency there? I don't know.
How do you think physical product reviewers do it?
What they buy? Oh, right, like stereo equipment and stuff like that.
Amazon return policy is what's made the YouTube review space what it is.
See, and I have to pay for that essentially. You know, if you think about it, that cost goes downhill or up the chain, snowball, and the end result is everybody who does want to buy that product gets to pay for it. I guess that's part of marketing. Publisher and production aren't always the one and the same. Agreed, TFR, but I'm sure they still have influence. Grid gameplay with Project Cars graphics. I think that's probably fair. Although, I don't know if you remember on Friday's show, I was reading quotes from their physics developer making these grandiose statements that they built a game that is basically from, you know, the everyday Joe to the Lando Norris. Bensonist Prime, I don't know. That is almost exactly, maybe not the wording, but exactly what bounces in my head. Doesn't Codemasters already have grid and dirt and these crossover? Like, they already have all of Project Cars. But, you know, sometimes these deals come with other things that we don't know. Project Cars, this is a monopoly play as much as anything else. Slightly Mad was one of the companies that was really quite possibly had become one of the big players, right? And it could have just been to take them down and keep them from making Codemasters obsolete, you know? Heel toe. That's not me who typed that, by the way. That's Baba Boothie typing in my
Everybody
name.
around here knows that it was me. Just really quickly there, you've got a question from Steve-O about the set of T3PA Pros with the factory conical mod. He's asking about recommending for an upgrade with the load cell for a T3PAs or the TLCMs.
Okay.
I'm with the TLCMs, but figured we'd get your input.
I got it. So I'll reread the question because I am reading it. And thank you for putting it at Shaun. Again, if you have a question, hit me some question marks. We usually see that pretty well. You have a set of T3A Pros with the factory conical mod. Good for you for installing the mod. We were just talking about that the other day with somebody else. Which would you recommend for an upgrade? The load cell for the T3PAs or the TLCMs? I would go with the TLCMs because not only do you get the load cell upgrade, it's probably about a $50 difference, if I'm not mistaken, between a load cell type upgrade for T3PAs and the $199 for the TLCMs. It's other stuff too, like the pedal faces, pedal arms, I believe, are a little different. I would get a brand new set of TLCMs and keep your T3PAs with the conical mod as backup that hopefully you'll never need. Alright. Alright. I am caught up again. Elvis, that's why we do this show. This show, I decided a long time ago, this show had more value being sim racing conversation and chat than the news. The news is what offers us opportunity to have that chat. But our chat is what is integral to this show. Yeah, good luck finding much of anything. You can, yeah, and that might, Scott Hughes, thank you for saying that. I'm not sure if anything's in stock, but you can probably get a load cell update or mod right now. So that could be the difference. If you really wanted a load cell tomorrow, that might be worth it to do it. Devin, thank you. TLCMs also have the Hall sensor. Makes a good bit of difference on throttle application and longevity. Yeah, CSR Elites. Yeah, you got to keep it backup. You know, you never know when things are going to... Even if they're not going to break, maybe something's just not happy, whatever, and it needs investigation. It's nice to have backup. George Carlin. I don't know, but I have heard really good things about the upcoming HP Reverb 2, by the way. Yes. I've heard really good things, but I don't have exact specs. We have a few VR experts in our audience. Someone might give you an answer there, George. George Carlin. All right, I'm going to move to the next story, but I don't want to stop you guys. We'll keep chatting away. Yeah, all we really have to talk about is F1 and their... we're not going to get into their race. Formula 1 2020 has that beautiful ability to use real-life Formula 1 as a marketing opportunity. It's such a great collaboration, really, the way this works out. But they get to post. You know, here's Bottas taking the pole. Here's the start of the race. No, it isn't. Psych! That's a game, Shaun. Let's see. Own F1 2019. Time is running out. Get 10% off on the Deluxe Schumacher Edition F1 2020 in the Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam stores. Oh, I didn't know I would have gotten... I didn't know I could get a discount. Oh, on the Schumacher Edition. 1 hour till the race starts. 20 minutes. Race predictions. I don't think anyone could have predicted what happened in the F1 race, by the way. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You guys, we're not an F1 show. But I will... no! They're disappointed. Max Verstappen. What happened to Verstappen? I missed that one, by the way. I know he was out. Oh, heartbreak for George Russell. He's out. Anyone else have their heart in the mouth with that contact between Albon and Hamilton? No, it wasn't quite heart in the mouth, but I get you. What a race. And it's victory for Bottas. There we go. Blue Turtle Show. But more, even a bigger deal to me, is the first podium in Formula 1 achievement unlocked. Well played there by Codemasters. Huge congratulations to Lando Norris for his first F1 podium. Lando Norris, my favorite Formula 1 driver, and he and McLaren stood on the podium for... When was the last time that happened? I don't know. But achievement unlocked. Bling! Get a little trophy. Bling! There you go. And Steelbook version. No, we're not. Okay, and then they have some more Black Panther. Super excited to be uploading and streaming Formula 1 game this month. Trying out his team. F1 20 Euro Gamer recommended. This is it. F1 2020 Career Mode Part 1. F1 2020 Game Cycle begins. My Team Career Part 1.
But for the real F1 2020 coverage, check the Sim Pit over the weekend and next week.
Yeah, exactly. And... Oh, this is cool. Tunisia. Being the official Formula 1 game as a playable character is a huge honor and privilege for me. There's your renders of David Tunisia up on the podium. And Williams liveries, talking about their liveries. And then which one is F1? Which one is Formula 1 game? Alright, I'm going to test you guys. There's one. And there's the other. Which is the game? Which is real life? And how do you know? Which is the game? And which is real life? The other. Let's see here. This is the game. This is real life. I think. What do you think? Well played once again, though, right? I mean, no denying that it looks pretty real. I'm guessing this is the game. Here's my cue ins, my point. The aluminum to carbon fiber, I'm not sure it ever looks quite that nice and trim and perfect. This piece here looks very fakey. That's the little gun for the wheel. The lights on the bar are too perfectly round. We get over here and we have a little more imperfections and things, so to speak, if that makes sense. None of them are real. Audience background blur. Yeah, the perfectness of the background, like everything's in a wind tunnel. All right, NASCAR Heat. Also pre-order. Where can I pre-order NASCAR Heat? Why can't I pre-order Heat on the PlayStation Store? Due to issues with PlayStation Store, they'll have it on launch day. How can I get pre-order content if you're purchasing through Play? So obviously a little tricky on the PlayStation version. Yeah, it was very impressive. I thought it was really, really impressive. Anyway, take part in the $10,000 All-Star event at Homestead Miami Speedway this Saturday. Oh, if I didn't have an endurance race, I'd say I have to do that. But I have an endurance race. So, all right. What else? NASCAR Heat. DNFs are now in career mode. I didn't know you couldn't DNF until now. DNF. Finishing position. Oh, look at the money. Total purse. Okay. There you go. Milto. This thing is fairly big. Gonna have to start getting them elbows up. Yep. Matt. First race is in NASCAR Heat playthrough. And that's all I have to say about that. Gran Turismo, best of luck to Igor Fraga as he makes his FIA Formula 3 debut at Red Bull Ring this weekend. The GT community is right behind you. Yes, we are. Oh, look at that car. Look at that Gran Turismo. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Go Igor Fraga. All right, why does the halo not go above the helmet if you were going to bother making that device? Does anyone know that? I've never... Is that the way the Formula 1 halo is? Why, if you're going to put a halo, does it not go above the head of the driver? I understand we have this up here, but this is a void where if this car flipped and that spot landed on that guardrail, this halo would do nothing for his head. Does anybody know? Am I missing something here? The point of the bend in the halo is slightly above the tip of the helmet. Right, over here. But if this car went upside down... Yeah, but if you're going to put a halo that obstructs the driver's view as a safety precaution, why wouldn't you make sure? Yeah, we're talking 3 inches of roll bar. If this bar went straight across, then there is no scenario whatsoever where something could hit him. The bar lowers for strength. I think they could achieve that strength in... It just seems stupid to me. If you're going to pay the penalty of this device, which people were outraged about, well, then you might as well go just 99. Yes, let's add a thing that fans didn't like, drivers have to deal with, but only do 99 instead of 100. I don't know. It just seems stupid. It could go 3 inches higher and actually do the job all the way around. It's stupid to me. There's no everybody's entitled to their opinion. So in my opinion, you are free to your own. I'm not trying to dictate this. Why not? I just don't understand. They cannot. We have the same sort of angles with sprint cars. They cannot. Engineering can't overcome. Add a second bar. I don't know. Is the F1 Halo do that? I haven't looked at the side. Yeah, exactly. Opinions can be wrong, Greg. I can be wrong. I can be totally... Yes, great. Thank you. Tim Ayers. Thank you. I like that. It gives good side protection with it covering the temple area, so to speak. All right. Not a big deal. I'm not outraged by it, though. It just, I'm looking at it, I'm like, if you have a roll bar for the head, why is the head sticking out of the roll bar? If I'm racing a roll barred GT car, my head is not allowed to go above the roll bar. Now, I understand this point here is also considered roll bar, so to speak, compared to a GT car. Yeah, the drivers don't see it much. F1 is almost identical. It just seems weird. Looks... And yeah, I understand. Yes, if you're going fast, it's going to skip over that, likely. But that's not how it always happens. We've learned that in racing. So, again, I'll accept that maybe engineering wouldn't allow it. I'll accept it was a move for side protection. I'll accept that it reduces 99%. But if, you know, a stroke of the pen gets you 100, why not? You know, so how do you guys like this compared to the IndyCar windscreen? I mean, they're drastically different approaches. Is one safer than the other? This is a real picture. Yes, that's Igor Fraga. Igor Fraga! The hero. Strength and weight. I accept that, and then at the same time, with strength and weight, I'm like, yeah, but in the name of safety, isn't there... Fine, then carry another 100 pounds. Give them 5 more horsepower. Yeah, the IndyCar, now it looks, I don't know, you know, is that roll bar a roll bar, or is it just a support for the safety screen to prevent frontal impact? Right? That's what this is. So the purpose of this, and to be fair in my argument, because I've steered you guys wrong, this was created to prevent a car part or a tire from smashing the face of the driver. If you put a bar across, it will buckle that halo protector on an IndyCar version. Now, is it at a distance that it would not impact the driver, or is that like the total failure point? So again, this was not created to be a roll bar. This was not created to prevent a flip over of a car. It was to prevent a frontal impact by debris. I'm just thinking, well, yeah, but now that you threw it on the car, not one engineer was like, you know, now that we got that thing on there, if we raised the back a couple inches, it actually would help in a rollover incident. I don't know. Maybe it isn't strong enough to do that job. I don't know. I'm just looking at the picture. This is one of those like common sense engineering things to me. And I'm looking at that picture and I'm like, that's interesting how that safety device doesn't seem to be providing safety. It's like you have to have a fence around your pool so people don't go in. But if you have a gate that opens and you leave it open, it sort of defeats the point of the I accept that, Billy. But yeah, I don't know. It seems with me, we have racing kind of has a zero policy nowadays when it comes to massive injury or death. If somebody gets maimed or dies in a car, it almost always leads to changes in design now. I would not be surprised if open-wheeled cockpits days are numbered. Yes, we'll still have formula-style cars, sure. At their speeds, they're going to potentially be inherently more dangerous than other disciplines of racing. But I could see at some point the end result will be we will only have closed cockpit racing. Is Igor super tall? I don't know that for a fact. All right, moving along. We're having fun, but moving along. It's coming up on 10 o'clock, so that means I really do have to keep the show to an hour max, don't I? Doesn't that make sense? Excuse me. So Gran Turismo 20 hours. It's the showdown you've all been waiting for. Tom Brooks Combs versus Jimmy Broadbent right now on the Top 16 Superstar show. So here's their little head-to-head. I gotta tell you, all the resources of Gran Turismo, and me and Devin put a better head-to-head show on last week on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm just saying. But well done. That's cool. You can check that out. Let's see. Lights out on the Nations Cup races. So they had all of theirs. Circuit de St. Croix. Have I ever even raced there? I need to go fire that up. What else? Caught up with Igor Fraga. Time to embarrass himself. Jimmy Broadbent taking on the iconic section of Nürburgring 24-hour circuit. And apparently giving us a little talk through.
This section through here, as described by many race drivers, separates the good drivers from the great drivers. So, of course, I'm very much lumped in with
That's fairly
below
tall.
good. Time to embarrass myself. I love doing this. This is now my professional job, to embarrass myself on Gran Turismo. So we're just starting up.
You can go watch it. I'm not going to embarrass him. You can go watch that. All right, a bit of racing at Nürburgring, round 20 of the Manufacturer Series. Good luck finding an overtaking spot. Yeah, no kidding at Nordschleife. What a race. Williams racer. Williams just kicking ass everywhere, huh? Takes victory in the Manufacturing Series at Nürburgring after a thriller. Then some cool jump shots from Nordschleife. I think that's one. How many of you have tried to get that screenshot? Who did it best is their question. I am going to say your nose is too high. I'm going to say that looks like a pretty nice launch. That looks like you're just going to come down and keep accelerating right there to me. And that looks a little crazy out of control. That's my opinion. Those are my votes. Yeah, great point. Remember when they did that? I do remember that, when they closed the cockpits on hydroplanes. Yeah, good point, David. Yeah, you don't just slide. Those only have catastrophic failure only. It's either they work or they fail to the point of harm. I haven't seen hydroplane racing in years. Like, it doesn't get on my television like it used to. That's badass sport. All right, WRC. You can expect WRC 9 to be present in tomorrow's conference. This is NACON, July 7th. Nation's first digital conference, NACON Connect. 24 hours away from your first look at the future of NACON, and we're bringing out the big guns. New reveals, exciting announcements, and more. So WRC 9 might be giving us some new news tomorrow at this conference. We'll have to stay tuned for that. And that's all. That's all there. Rita, this is our thumbnail. This is our thumbnail today. It goes to Rita Studios. I should start telling people where our thumbnails came from in case they didn't realize it. Some more CDK. Hey, Tofi! Tofi on the deals. Yeah, there you go. Another CD Keys game. I'll pull that up real quick since we're on the topic. Wow, $26.79 for me. That is really cheap. Look at that. WRC9. Devin, we have not purchased that one yet, have we?
No, but we definitely are.
September 3rd. All right. Next time we need games, remind me of CD Keys. We are officially, by the way, should I tell you now our policy?
Yeah.
The Sim Pit collectively has made a decision in the last couple months, but just so you guys know, we are no longer going to accept orchestrated advanced copies of Sims. I don't want to play the game of having to answer to the sim companies when it comes to software. And so from now on, if there's a game, we get it the same day you do. I'm not even trying. I'm actually have turned away copies of pre-release games because I don't want to feel obligated in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to have to answer to anybody on it. And so anyway, that's why I'm looking at pre-orders for myself right now, the same as you are. But that's a new company policy. We're not accepting copies from the manufacturers like that. In addition to that, let's see. No, wait, we had more. Hold on. Where were we? Yeah, Rseat. There we are. Second of 3 AMS2 complimentary updates for the V1 release has now been deployed. The time trial leaderboards have been fully reset, with new boards going up for the new content. Get your laps there. I need to get back to Automobilista 2. I did, when they first did their first release, I got in and tried it out, and then I have not gone back since, which I'm very behind on. That's my fault, not theirs. I certainly want to. One of the greatest Sims out there from what I hear from Eric. I have yet to hear an actual negative comment about Automobilista 2. I've heard people say that that's not necessarily their sim or the direction they're going, but I have not actually heard any complaints of Automobilista 2, which is very rare. Usually they're, even if it's the fanboys of other sims talking trash, this game came on the market, it's very complete, it's very thorough, and they've done a great job with it, and it's just getting better. So congratulations, and we now have their second of 3 complimentary updates for the V1 release. So there you go. I missed it. Yeah, that's a great point, PS4. As a reviewer, you get a early review that is promising all these changes, and it's like, well, wait, so am I not supposed to point out those flaws because you've identified it as well? And now I have the faith, and am I supposed to have faith in you to fix those flaws? And at what kind of timeline and an agenda? Are we talking by release, or are we talking 6 months later? So yeah. Yeah, watch Billy's review. I haven't plugged Billy Strange Racing in a little while. Billy Strange Racing on YouTube is a really good YouTube channel. He's here in the audience. Here is Billy Strange Racing, and he has some... let's go in order. Let's look at his video list. Automobilista 2 just came out 10 hours ago. Last week, he was checking out the new R Factor 2 content. And since we're doing it, Sim Racing 604 is also in the chat here all the time. And here is Mike's channel on YouTube as well. And Mike, Automobilista 2, all cars, car list ranked by power, 10 tips for beginners to learn Nürburgring. Automobilista 2 review 5 days ago. Cranking out content. Look at that, you go, Mike. There you go. So just promoting some of the good other channels that are part of our community and we're part of their community. Any others I left out? Let's see. Hot Lap. Where are we now? We're at Race Room. Hot Lap video in the Audi R8 at Autodromo Most. Eamon Murphy. I don't know who that is. Any of you know who that is? Race day in the RR leagues. Closely contested crew chief BMW versus Merc 92. That went on over the weekend. FIA race at home. WTCR went on over the weekend as well. Door to door. How to watch. Where to watch. Look at their TV coverage all over the world. That's awesome. The Asian leg of the preseason. And that's that. Fanatec also talking about giving away their version. So people who bought the F1 variation of their wheel, the branded F1 2020 wheel, they are counting the days until they're releasing their game keys on July 7th. Be prepared. Game keys will be visible in your account. Log in, go to My Games. The code will be there. So if you're waiting on that, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow's the drop day. All right, Simrigs and Sim Pit racing efforts. Were you about to chime in, Boothie?
Just making sure you grab that link while you're grabbing the Simrigs. I sent you a link for your video that will go live at noon. Where'd you... Oh, over there. I was looking in the chat. Thank you. Actually, let's get to that right now. So before we get to Simrigs, let's talk about our new video. It's private. Oh, did you just say that? It goes live at noon.
What is this? This is the recap, or the rebroadcast of...
This is the SimPit GT3 series from Sunday at Le Mans. Get to go take a look at a most excellent race. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say that Shaun was a quick man. I was on fire yesterday, you guys. All right, so that video is going to go live. Go to SimPit. Well, you're already here. Go to our live video, or our recorded videos, and as soon as the show's over, you can watch. I'm going to talk a little bit about that race in a second. Let's go through some rigs, and then we'll talk about that race. My Made Me Laugh of the Day award goes to Obvious Figure on Reddit. Got a new Fanatic, kinda. Is this just a total COVID boredom case right here? Well done, by the way, on getting the intricate angles of the Fanatic base. I'm pretty impressed that he actually put the what is it, 8 hex octagonal shape of the Fanatic. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8. You're good.
Yeah,
you got
8. It. And that's an octagon, right?
Indeed, yes.
This should be the new Shaun graphic right there. That is code for crisscrossed wires in the brain. All right. T. Baggins. God, haven't we posted something from T. Baggins before? He heeded your guys' warning. Yeah, we must have. He heeded our warning about having the arm attached to the glass table. Having said that, let me introduce you to the Wheel Stand Pro Full Rig Edition. All new screen rumble. All new screen rumble technology. This is sketchy. Look at this, you guys. This is a Wheel Stand Pro, which is a fine wheel stand if you're putting a wheel and pedals on it. But what about putting your monitor? And at least he didn't put his microphone on it. That's something only Shaun would do. All right, what else? Oh, this one great. Burns Thomas, my grandpa's rig. Found out today that his grandpa ordered a better gaming rig than himself and any of his friends. So, ta-da! Grandpa showing the kids how to do it. That's the future of me, you guys. That'll be me in 15 more years.
You don't have that much hair, Shaun.
Transplant. They're gonna come up with regrowth stuff that really works. So, and that'll get someone from me back to there in their 70s, right? How dare you point out the hair thing, Boothie? All right, I'm muting you. You're back on censorship. I'm kidding. All right, look at this. Just inspiration, motivation. That is definitely a little Arduino board, isn't it? Definitely, isn't it? You like the way I made it an absolute and then questioned even myself? No sim. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He's wearing total 70-year-old man shoes. Someone accused me of wearing 70-year-old man shoes. Way to go, Gramps. All right. This is posted by IRR1449. And this is a set of aluminum and 3D printed pedals. Load cell brake ready to test. My next 3D printed project, you guys, should it be a handbrake or pedals? That is the question. Handbrake or pedals for the win. I'm getting ready to do my next DIY. I have to justify the fact that I'm about to buy myself a new 3D printer. So now I need extra projects. Handbrake. Was the VR channel directed to car sim racing? Oh, one for pedals, one for handbrake. This isn't the only voting going on, by the way, just so you know. All right, what else? What else? Oh, look at this. This is, oh man, I got an email of an RS1 chassis. I'll have to get that on Wednesday's show. Fan of the show. I asked for pictures. They sent them in. And the story. So we'll cover that on Wednesday.
If you want to, I think they're in rigs, actually. I'll go check for you.
Okay. That'd be great. A 3D printed seat. A suicider's knob. What's that, Theodore? Do I have the oh, I didn't grab that. You want to see the trophy that Anthony's referring to? Wait, what did I just miss? There it is. Oh, this is the one. This is the rig. Yeah, we're here. Hold on. Now we have to wait. Bear with me. We'll come back. We're going to come back to the trophy topic.
There's all three of them in your DMs there. And just make sure you mention the oven carbon, because he was very proud of that.
This is... Oh, thank you. And he sent it to Frank as well, because this is a real... This is the best looking RS1 that I have ever seen. And this comes to us from James Russ. He sent it to me directly. It's the same one we're looking at. So I'm going to bring up some other pictures here in a second. Let's see. So here's image one, which we're already looking at. And here we go. Boom. Look at this. Look at this work. This is so nice. I am jealous of your skills. Hey. There we go. All right. So, long post. Anyway, this is a case of a COVID quarantine build. James's days of sim racing go all the way back to IndyCar Racing 2. So, one of the OGs of the sim racing world. And he's built this based on recommendation from us here at the Sim Pit. And big fail. Wait, so you had a problem? Anyway, I'm going to come back to this story. I'm going to give you a better version of this story on Wednesday because I have some really nice... can you see the carbon fiber? Shit. Okay. Oh my god, look at this. Is this how you do this properly? I need to bring this over here. Alright. Bear with with me, you guys. I think we're going to go more in detail on this on Wednesday. Sorry, James, if you're here. Oh, Tofi, you heard that? I was really... Man, Brad heard it. I honestly was like, I don't know if anyone heard that one. I thought I got away with it. Ah! Whoop. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Benson, isn't that the beauty of an 80-20 rig, though? Is that it's so easy to make those changes? I mean, that's one of the things that I love most about an 80-20 rig is that if you want something like an adapter, yeah, Peyton, I can do a lot of push-ups now from swearing all the time. Why is this not shutting? Whoops. Okay. That didn't work as planned. Oh, because I put it over here. All right. Anyway, look at that. That's how you get your carbon fiber nice on your MDF. But that didn't work so well. I think he said that was a problem. Anyway, we're going to come back to that on Wednesday. Funny that I knew I had this and I didn't have it right. I found it on Reddit, which reminded me, which is really funny. Anyway, that is the best looking RS1 I've ever seen. Well done. And then check this out, man. Talk about just like a blank canvas. And I'm so jealous. This is NC Shug Ray. Okay, Sugar Ray. Made a man cave around the sim rig. This is his happy place. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my god. You can like just design whatever you want for the perfect sim room. I'm so he's got a window. I wouldn't want the window's glare, but I would definitely want the window's air. Air, not glare. Total Deathmobile design. Gotta love it on a giant TV. And yeah, man, give me some. He's got some 3D, those laser cut tracks. That's pretty cool. Isn't that Laguna? That's Laguna. And that is Monza? No. What's the track on the left? Help me. I know that's Laguna. Come on, someone. 3-day walk from the sofa. Yeah, but you could have your friends over. You could put a little single desk over there. VIR, RTA. Thank you. All right. And that's it. Now, let's talk racing. And then we're going to bring the show to a close. Yesterday, we raced at Le Mans in the SimPit GT Series. And I had a phenomenal day. I had one of my most fun races ever. I for some reason had a brain fart, and I thought we were at Spa, and I've been practicing at Spa, so I didn't even think about the race. And then I'm setting up and getting ready to start the stream, and I'm like, wait, we're at Le Mans? Oh no, I haven't turned a single lap at Le Mans, not one. And so we jumped into the server, and I did 2 quick sessions. Now, I did drive like 5 hours of the 24-hour Le Mans like 2 weeks ago in our Porsche GTE car. So it was very, very, very similar. And the BMW was even more fun to drive, honestly. But I was on fire. Anyway, a little bit of bad crew chiefing, and I took myself out of contention for the win. David Grunnell won the race and had a great race himself. David Grunnell wins the race. Kevin Burrows finishes in second. I end up in third. Joe Antonio in fourth. Challenged me pretty good for third, but finished fourth. And then Devin Booth just clawed. You clawed your way up into that fifth spot, didn't you?
The only Fifi to do it.
It was like all BMWs, huh? Anyway, after two events, Randall White, total mix-up in our standings, by the way. Randall White now leading with 76 points. Michael Thompson and Joe Antonio are tied for second with 60. Kevin Burrows only 2 points back of that in fourth, and Anthony Morano Jr. is our fifth overall after 2 of 8 races. David Grunnell with that win, moving up into the 6th spot with 55 points. So things are really getting good. It was a great race. There were a couple of incidents that happened, but for the most part, what I heard was some really great racing going on and a lot of people having fun with it. So that recap or replay is going to be live on the Sim Pit right now. Right now, as soon as we end this show, it'll be live, so you can check it out. And then in addition to that, Friday, I meant to get a picture. Elvis Rankin comes in and wins the season opener at Sonoma. So after the first race, it was Elvis Rankin, Anthony Morano Jr., and Stephen West are our top 3 finishers at Sonoma. And this weekend, this Friday night, we go to Auto Club Speedway for the next event. And in the GT Series, race number 3, I believe, is at Spa, which now I'll be very ready for because I already have a setup and I've been turning laps. So feeling pretty confident for Spa. The only problem is most of the guys I race against are in that BMW with me at Spa. So they're all practice. That is going to be an interesting race with how ready everybody will be for it for sure. So that will be Sunday. Should be good fun, exciting stuff. And then beyond that, did we already talk about CD Keys? 2679 for WRC9. I think we covered that. And then right here is the video that, whoops. Oh, home. That was the worst button I could, that opened 37 tabs. Anyway, this video here, which is, oh, there it is. Oh, nope. It tried. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's show. Kind of a weird, clunky ending.
Don't forget to promote the endurance race this weekend, maybe?
And 3 wide. All right, let's talk about timing. So this Friday night, we have our oval race. Saturday, we have our endurance race. The oval race, I will be on Twitch. The endurance race, we will be on YouTube for. And then Sunday, we have our GT series. So I don't know how I'm going to race an endurance race and then literally 2 hours later go run a GT race, but I better. Got to figure out some way to find the energy for that. Anybody have any ideas, send them my way. But so that is this weekend. Also, our 3 wide show is being pushed back 1 week, and it is going to be not this coming Saturday but the following Saturday with me, Devin Booth, and Amir Assad. So just so you know, normally we would have been this coming weekend, but with the endurance race, we can't do that. Coffee, vitamin B12. I live in Southern California. Vitamin B is for people who don't go outside, right? I mean, I get the sun. I get plenty of sun. I can't absorb. If I got more sun, it would take more energy. Hydrate. I've been kind of taking some vitamins here and there. Not too many, though. I take a multivitamin, a little bit of vitamin C. That's D. Vitamin B12. All right. It's D is the sun. All right, vitamin B12. Does that do it? Because I'm going to be depleted come next weekend. That's for sure. Brad. Yes, Brad. Let's keep it legally. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. Really, B12 gives you energy? Does it really? Oh, well, see, I eat red meat like every night. Do I need B12 then? I mean, I've been eating steak every other night, and if it's not steak, it's a hamburger. No, I have good pork chops here and there.
So to confirm from the squirrel over there, sitting in the chair, this weekend is the 24. The following weekend is 3 wide, so it's 3rd weekend of the month instead of 2nd. And again, Friday Oval broadcast on the SimPit channel, and the stream for Shaun's perspective over there on Twitch, twitch.tv/SimPitLive.
Okay. Thank you very much, Baba Booty. Baba Booty, everybody. Ginkgo Biloba? That sounds like a character out of Star Wars. Injections of it? Oh my gosh. I think I probably just need to drop 10 pounds and I'll be okay. A guy can hope. Alright, everyone. It's been fun. It's been a blast. I hope this gets your week going in the right direction. But I gotta get back to work. I got a lot to do, and I'm now just wasting time, and Baba Boothy's gonna crack the whip. So better call it a show. Better call it a day. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, you can probably expect some craziness on Twitch tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have a couple of game releases coming out. As much as I'm behind on things, I think we have to stay with the calendar too. So, you can expect more, just not today as far as I know. I think I'm off the air the rest of the day. Yep, as far as I know. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for being here. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. Best thing you can do is tell a friend so we can continue to grow. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Shaun Cole. And we will see you on the track.